Thaun, catching up with you because you're back out fight number 3 on the 18th of June?
Yeah, this month, yeah, 18th of this month.
At the AJ Bell in Salford?
AJ Bell, Salford, yeah.
But I didn't catch, well I did actually talk to you after your last fight, where you got win number 2 and stoppage number 1 against John Spencer.
Yeah.
And a very impressive performance, mate.
It was a good performance with the body shots, what we worked on in the gym.
It was everything though. It was vicious, mate. And you know, I keep saying it's unfair because you're deceiving. You look like this little 12-year-old, not being disrespectful here, but you look like about 12 years old. What are you, 20 now?
20, yeah, 21 November.
Right, so you look like a 12-year-old choir boy. Yeah. And I felt sorry for John Spencer because he must have been looking at you across the corner and thought, I'm in for an easy night here. Yeah. And he was totally wrong because you were vicious from round 1, mate.
That's it.
and you did the same thing on your debut when you fought Danny Little.
Yeah, Danny Little was a tougher opponent, but he was heavier again in the weight.
Much heavier, more of a light middleweight. John Spencer's probably a slightly, probably 1 weight below you, but still experienced enough to deal with you. You know, I don't think it.
Yeah, still.
I think that was the first time he got stopped since he made. I think he made his debut against Callum Thompson, the former GB kid, and I think 2 of his first 3 fights he got stopped. But then he was on a roll of about 6 or 7 fights where he'd managed to go the distance with everyone. Yeah. And I presume he thought he was going to go the distance with you, but he was wrong.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Well, just went out there and boxed. Didn't try stop him or nothing. No, just felt it was.
I've just been watching you move around with Joe Howard and and both you two are young up and coming stars because you're 2-0. I think Joe's 5-0. Joe stopped his first 3 opponents, and since you turned pro, you've been doing a hell of a lot of sparring with Joe, though, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been sparring with Joe ever since the week after the Danny Little fight. We started with him straight away. And
that's being thrown in the deep end because at that period in time when you first started sparring with him, he'd actually had 3 stoppages on the bounce.
Oh yeah, he'd had 3 stoppages. Yeah.
And everyone was talking about him, and still are. But you're slowly creeping up there where people are saying, watch out for this kid now.
Yeah, well, I'm glad because hopefully I want to go the distance and win a few belts.
Well, listen, what way is this going to be? I mean, are you still, because you're talking welterweight when I first spoke to you, but you're more of a super lightweight, you're not really grown much more yet.
No, I'm thinking 10-2 for this fight, but I don't know who I'm fighting yet, so I don't know what, I could do 9.
So you could 9-9, you could do 9-9 lightweight
for the title,
for the title. Yeah. And again, we shouldn't really be talking that because, like I say, you're still only 20, you're still growing a little bit. But even so, whatever it be, it's somewhere between lightweight and super lightweight.
Yeah, definitely.
But a very, very exciting prospect, mate. And we don't know your opponent yet on the 18th, but we've got a packed card in there. We've got some real talent. We've got a young kid called Luke Evans, who I think might be topping the bill there. We've also got Akeem Fiaz, who's been regular fighting on the Matchroom shows. There's yourself. I think we've got a kid called, I always get his surname wrong now because I used to know him as Connor Taylor. But,
I think Casey's on there. Is Casey on there?
Casey, I don't know. I've not seen all the lists. It's all been up in the air. Sure. Steve Wood's away for a few days, so I'll have to catch up with him. But like I said, I wanted to speak to you more than anything to talk about your previous fight because it was, like I say, it was a very, very good performance. And watching you today spar with Joe Howard, I can see why you're putting those performances, mate, because you're a good kid, very good kid, mate.
Yeah, Joe's great sparring for me. He pressures me to move and to throw punches. And obviously it's tiring at times, but just get the rounds and get through the spar.
But now you've had these 2 pro fights, what do you think about your prospects and where you can go?
I think I could get a central area and then go on to a bigger title.
Right, definitely. So you know, I mean, a lot of kids say I want to be a world champion, this and that, and that might be a case. We don't know yet, but you're going to take it 1 step at a time. Yeah. Is that it? You know what I mean?
Definitely. So I think Steve wants me to go for the central area.
Yeah.
But you definitely put me in for it, like.
Yeah. But how many fights away? We're probably looking back in the next year. You'll be looking for that if everything goes well.
Yes, this time next year. Round about then.
Yeah, well, like I say, I think you're surprising a few people. You're certainly surprising me. I know you're not surprising your coach, Steve Goodwin, because he talks really highly of you, and I understand why now. Because two very, very, very good performances, and hopefully we get a third one on the 16th. Is it? No, the 18th of June, and hopefully I'll be there filming it and saying 3-0.
Yeah, definitely.
So you take care, mate.
Cheers, nice one.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.